What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? How are y'all doing today? Hey, y'all, it is Wednesday, and you know what that means. We have to talk about episode 3 of Moon Knight. It has come out. I hope y'all have seen it because we about to spoil the mess out of it tonight and react to everything that happened. And y'all, a whole lot happened. A whole lot happened in this one that I cannot wait to talk to y'all about. I enjoyed this episode because I thought that this episode gave us a lot more information, not only on Moon Knight himself, but like on the gods and everything. So I can't wait. I told y'all that all these episodes were going to build up little by little, and we got a little bit. We got a little bit more action. We're getting a little bit more backstory, and it to me it is getting progressively better with each episode. I gotta apologize if I'm not as pumped right now as I normally am. Just forgive me. I've been operating on what time is it now? 7. Oh man, I think I've had like 5 hours of sleep, maybe 4. Y'all dog, y'all the people's dog, Kobe, because he sleep right now. He sleeps so comfortably right now, just chilling without a care in the world. Look at just laid out. Meanwhile, he had me up since 4 o'clock in the morning because that's when he want to go to the bathroom. That's when he want to like be all excited and stuff. But soon, very very soon, we about to get out that. We about to go out. About to get them shots. You gonna get trained up. I'm gonna take him to puppy obedience school down the street. Whatever it is. We gonna be on one. We gonna be on one. But anyway, let's see who's in the building tonight to talk about Moon Knight. Who is joining us? Shaul, thank you so much for making it out tonight. Appreciate you. J Mart, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you so much for making it out. Joy Gillian's here, y'all. We got the vets in the building. Good to see you. Kimmy J's here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, now, y'all, we got Miss Harper in the building. Always a pleasure to have her in here. Thank you so much for making it out. Who else we got? No Limit Soldier. Thank you so much. No Limit Super Soldier, excuse me. Thank you so much for making it out tonight. Let's see who else. We got another vet mod squad. Kristen Pratt's in the building, y'all. Say what's up. What's up? Thank you so much for making it out. Let's see. Shauna's here. Thank you so much as well. Let's see. Latrice. Hello, hello. Didier, what's going on? Hey, congrats. I saw earlier in the chat that you got a nice little gig coming up, and you might be paired up with a certain Black Panther star. Hey, tell her I said what's up. Tell her I said what's up. She don't know me, but just tell her E-Man said what's up. Okay, thank you anyway, man. Appreciate you making out. Let's see who else. Now the top vet, top supporter, Derek Gaines is in the building. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Mod squad, y'all already know the deal. Get them likes up, or else Rim's gonna come after y'all. Appreciate the Mod Squad vet in the building. Thank you so much, man, for running everything. Let's see. Donna is here. What's going on, Donna? How you doing? The Don, what is going on? Good to see you. Let's see who else we got. Wait. Almost missed them. Alexander, good to see you. I got you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for making it out tonight. Who else? I saw someone else. Gilberto, there you go. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. My man Tane is here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Nelson V, come on now. We got the vets in the building. What's going on? Terrence, what's going on? Another top supporter of the channel. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for making it out. My man Buck always here. What's going on? Joey Rodriguez, hello. Thank you for making it out. Raina, I see you. Thank you so much for making it. Metreon, hello. Thank you so much for making it out tonight. Let's see who else we got. There we go. My man, top supporter, top vet, Marcus J's in the building. What's going on, brother? Always a pleasure to have you on. Trouble Clef, thank you so much for making it out. Cynthia Charles, thank you so much for making it as well. My man Coop the Bully is here. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm with you on that. Like, I'm even though I got to watch up to episode 4. I said that this show has potential to be one of the best for Disney Plus, but it's really going to depend on episode 4 and 5. I'm sorry, episode 5 and 6. They need to stick the landing. Right now, I think they're on a good pace, but they got to stick the landing because if them last 2 episodes are boo-boo, No, like we can kiss that goodbye. Let's see, Tiana, what is going on? Thank you so much for making it out. The homie Aleve, thank you for making it out. Yeah, hey, I had to watch this episode a couple times, so don't even feel bad. Granted, I'm watching it for other reasons because I gotta write some articles and stuff about it, but maybe might even be able to squeeze in a theory video for y'all too. But we'll get to that later. Thank you for making it out. Sean, what is going on? Thank you so much for making it. Talented one. I see what's going on. I see people are coming in. Thank y'all for joining. Who else? Corey Simpson, what's going on? I see you. Thank you so much for making it out. Steven, what's going on? My man Lionel, what's going on, brother? Good to see you as well. Dion is here. Always a pleasure, sir. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Elena, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for making it out. Zachariah, thank you so much for making it out as well. I'm sorry, that was Aliana. I'm sorry. Let's see. Pamela, thank you so much for making it out. Good to see you. Let's see. Don't hype him up. Don't hype him up because y'all gonna gas him up and he gonna believe that stuff. I fully believe that he knows and how to read and everything. He be lying. He be lying. IMAX, thank you so much for making it out. Phil Roy, thank you so much. I see you. Lou Rod, thank you so much. And Grand Madam, thank you so much for making it out. We got our first comment here. Thank you so much. Rim17, come on. EFAM, I'm humbly and shamelessly asking for any prayers the EFAM can spare as my father has surgery tomorrow. And we're just praying that everything goes smoothly. Prayers for our brother Derek too. Yes, okay. Say less. Thoughts, prayers, positive energy, all of that is going straight to y'all. Both. I am hoping that everybody pulls together, pulls out just fine. Hopefully the surgery goes well. And everything is fixed and remedied the way that it should. So definitely gonna get that out to you. And hope and keep us posted. Like, hopefully everything goes well. Thank you so much for that, Rims. I really appreciate you. Let's see, we got Dion here. I think all signs are pointing to Jake popping up. My boy Mark was rocking the Cubs hat. All right, so let's get to it. I think I got an image of that here. So yes, I think one thing that is becoming extremely clear now for a lot of people is that we have evidence, I think, of a third personality, which is classic for the comics. In the comics, there were three personalities. It was Mark Spector was like the main one, and then Steven came around, even though in the comics he was like a billionaire or whatever, rich person. But then you have Jake. You have Jake, was it Longley, Lakely, something like that. But you have Jake, which is the third personality. Now, here's the thing that we have to be careful about, though, right? Maybe it's Jake. It probably is because we already have Mark and Steven. But we also just have to be careful because this is the MCU. The MCU will change things up, if they want to. I think that we have gotten a small taste. If you go back to the episode, and I'm going to show you exactly where. If you go back right here where he's wearing the cap, I want you to listen to how he's talking. He's kind of talking just a little bit with a slight New York accent, just a little bit. And I think that we're going to hear that a little bit more, as this personality comes out. But my theory here, my thought is Jake has been here all along. Like, this third personality has been here ever since the very beginning. Now, here's a couple hints that we can go look at. I think that, and bear with me here. I think that Mark is kind of like actually, if we kind of go with the comics, let's say Steven is the main personality, right? Because right now they're not letting us know which one is the main one. If Steven is the main personality, that means he's like very passive, very soft, very reserved, right? And Mark is kind of like in the middle of that. Mark is more level-headed, I guess, so to speak. Like, he's not a very violent person, but he will get down if he needs to. But I think this third personality is actually the most violent of them all. He's the one that will do all the dirty work and nobody else knows what's going on. We saw that earlier on when Steven was fighting. I'm sorry, when Mark was fighting. So you see, Mark is here, and Mark has no problem beating people up, you know. And the thing is, if you notice, while he's fighting, he's not fighting to kill people. He's fighting, you know, like to kind of keep an edge or whatever, but he's not fighting to kill people. And you see Steven constantly talking to him, talking about like, yo, back off, chill out, chill out. And then you see him black out. But here's the thing. When he's blacked out, I'm willing to bet that every time you see like a violent murder happen, like this, when he murdered this guy, when he killed this guy, and keep in mind, Steven didn't know what was going on. He was like, yo, what is this? What are you doing? And Mark was like, yo, that wasn't me either. So who's the one that's the actual killer? I think it's the third one. Why? Go back to this right here. I think it's only him. We have not seen Mark actually kill people like that. Like, Mark will fight, he will defend himself, but I think it's this third personality that's out here willing to go that extra distance and actually lay people out. So that's where I'm going with it. You know, of course, this can have way more ramifications down the line. And I think it actually prompts more questions as well. So, for example, does Khonshu know about this third personality? I personally think he does know, and I think he's very okay with Jake, because for Khonshu, he's like, justice served, kill him. Oh well, you know. Khonshu clearly doesn't like Steven, but he's starting to come around to be like, Steven's got some value, you know, because of his smarts or whatever. And he clearly prefers Mark. And I think he prefers Mark because Mark is more level-headed. But let's not forget, and Harrow said this, and I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a second. Harrow said this also, that Khonshu is never satisfied. It's never enough with him. Like, he always wants that justice. He always wants to punish. He likes giving pain to people. This third personality might be right up Khonshu's lane. Khonshu might be like, yo, Steven can't do it. Mark can't do it. My man Jake will do it. So anyway, I think that Jake is definitely the third personality, and I think he is absolutely the most dangerous one out of all of them. But anyway, thank you, Dion. Appreciate that so much. Let's see who else we got. Mambo Jazz, thank you so much for that. Let's see. Where's your comment? You made it. Hey, I appreciate you making it out. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. And by the way, shout out to the replay gang if y'all were not able to make it. Always glad to see you guys one way or another. Didier, do you think, thank you so much, do you think if Chadwick was still with us that we would have gotten a cameo during the Avatar meeting? That is a fantastic question. I would say right now, probably not. And I like what you're saying here, because Bast, the goddess, you know, and I'm gonna try and work on like a theory for this too, by the way. We don't know where she's at. We don't know what's going on. She was not at the meeting. Now, I do believe that she is part of the Ennead, which has 9 members. Now, let me see if I can pull this up. When we do see all the members in the chamber, it's about 9 of them, but only 5 of them are present. So if 5 are present, we're missing 4. Amet, I want to say, is probably one of them. Khonshu is one of them, but he got kicked out. There could be, I would say Bast would be the 8th one, and then the 9th one. That one's a little hard to say who that could be. Maybe it's Ra. Ra is the sun god who is actually like the father of all of them. And later on a villain for Moon Knight. But here's the thing, they change the order all the time, so we don't really know. We really have to wait and see. But the reason why I don't think that Chadwick, if he were here, would be an Avatar is because we have not seen Bast have that level of connection with the Wakandan tribe yet. I think maybe in the future they will, because we are going to actually see Bast supposedly in Thor Love and Thunder. The reason why I don't think that we're getting Bast is because I want you to think about it like this. Look at Harrow and his cane with two crocodile heads. That cane was imbued with the power. Do I have that? I think I do. Hold on. That cane was imbued with the power of Amet. And if you notice, I know some people were looking at this and being like, hey, that looks like the Power Stone. Nah, that actually looks like vibranium, the energy from vibranium. And think about it like this: Met and Khonshu and Bast, if I'm not mistaken, are all siblings. They're all siblings, which means they probably share similar power, similar energy. Now, of course, this does kind of look like the Power Stone, but to me, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, it's more interesting and it makes more sense that that these Egyptian gods have similar powers. And what you see here from Harrow's cane, Amet imbued a portion of her power into that cane. So right now, Harrow does not have power. He can't change into the way Moon Knight changes, right? He can't have that. Why? Because Amet is actually imprisoned or killed or whatever. Right now, Amet is cut off. That's why Harrow's trying to resurrect her. But right now she's cut off. So he doesn't have power, but that doesn't mean that he can't use the power that she put in the cane. How does that connect to Bast? Bast does not give the Black Panthers power the way Khonshu gives Mark power. Instead, remember, the power comes from it does come from Bast, but it comes from the heart-shaped herb. So whatever power that the same way Amet gave some of the power to the cane that Harrow uses, Bast puts some of that power in the flower, in the heart-shaped herb, and that's why the Black Panthers have it. So, in my opinion, right now, I don't think that we actually have an avatar for Bast and Wakanda yet. I think they should, and I think they will somewhere down the line, because we still need to figure out where is Bast? Like, what is she doing? Where's she at? Has she been banished just like Khonshu, which I kind of think she was, or maybe she turned her back on them? I don't know. But no, to your question, I'm sorry, that's a long answer, but I don't think that Chadwick or T'Challa is an avatar yet. But maybe down the line. All right, let's get to another one here. My man Derek Gaines. E-Man, I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling Moon Knight. It's not as good as Halo or From or even Picard. I'll give it one more episode. Thank you, E-Fam. You know what? I mean, I'm not mad at that. Listen, From is still one of the best shows in my opinion. Like, From kicks this show's butt all day, all night. But I'm not comparing it. Like, when I compare these shows, I'm comparing them amongst themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't compare Moon Knight with Book of Boba Fett because they're doing two different things. Now, I would compare Book of Boba Fett with Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep it within the family. I compare Moon Knight with, WandaVision, Loki, and stuff like that. Because I think once you start going outside the family, it gets too difficult because different shows try to do different things, and it's a little bit too hard to judge. But I'm not mad at that. I mean, I totally understand. Like, if those other shows are more appealing, I mean, if I had to choose between Moon Knight and From, I'm watching From. So I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you. But yeah, hey man, get better real soon, man. Let's see, Mambo Jazz. There we go. I knew Mark didn't kill all those people. Jake. Yeah, it could be Jake. I definitely think it could be Jake. And I will say, just, it's not a real spoiler, but I will say that I think we get a more obvious hint in episode 4. So you can watch out for that. Which I think will kind of, at that point, it's kind of like just reveal it. Just reveal it at that point. But we are going to get some more hints coming up, but I think it's definitely Jake that is out here willing to go that extra distance. He will do the dirty work, you know. Let's see, Jason, thank you so much. I got dibs on Mr. Knight Halloween costume. You and I bet you like at least 60% of every comic convention. Like that's like one of the easiest. That's the easiest one to do. As long as you can find that Moon Knight mask with the eye. Hey, if you can get the mask with the glowing eyes, you win. You win. But go for it, bro. Go for it. Latrice, I think, thank you so much. I think Steven got snapped away by Thanos. Interesting. Which is why Mark used to control the body full time and was able to get married. You know what, Latrice? Let me tell you something. I was thinking the exact same thing. I thought the same thing because remember, Mark said that something happened and all of a sudden the wall between them like fell down or something like that, and that's why they got this battle going on. But and let's see some more evidence for that. A lot of people believe that Mark survived the snap because his passport was issued in 2018, like a couple months after the Thanos snap. So a lot of people are like, yo, Mark has been around as a mercenary after the fact. Now, I personally don't give that much stock, only because, as we saw in the very beginning with Layla, for example, you can issue a passport anywhere, you know. And here's the thing, we don't know. I know some people were saying that, like, well, maybe Mark's is actually more legit because you can verify that with the police records and stuff like that. We don't know how deep if you're dealing with people that can make fake passports and stuff, how do you know they can't also hack records also? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not putting too much stock into it, but I will say this to your comment, Latrice. The only reason I don't think that Steven got snapped away is because Thanos's wish, his snap, was to kill living life. And the personalities, I don't think are physical like that. So I think it'd be an all or nothing deal. I don't think that part of the personality would go away, you know, because like what happens? Like part of his brain just dissolves. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it would get that literal. So I do think, and I'll give you a counter one. I do think, oh, and this is gonna be part of my theory video. I think that Khonshu did it. I think Khonshu is the one that dissolved the wall and created that opportunity for Steven to come back. Now, I will explain that in a video or maybe an article for Screen Rant. I don't know which one. I got to sit down and write it. But I believe it's part of Khonshu's hidden agenda. Oh, okay. Tease, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there. Khonshu got a hidden agenda. Okay. And this episode hinted at that hidden agenda. But I'm gonna say that for the video. I'm gonna say that for the video. Y'all not ready for that one. Let's see. Thank you, Latrice. My man, just my opinion reviews. Thank you, brother, so much. What's up, family? Can't stay, but bro, what was Steven and Khonshu doing? Swinging the stars? Like, seriously? Were they rotating the earth, creating an illusion of the sky across the globe? Literally swinging them stars. Hashtag dope. Yes. So great question. Thank you so much for that, man. So we got a chance to see Khonshu and let me take this down so y'all can see it. We saw Khonshu and Mr. Knight doing some magic here. You know, this is an exercise of the gods' powers. And what they were doing here was not an illusion, in my opinion. I don't believe it was an illusion. I do believe that he was literally manipulating the stars and the skies. Because if you notice, other people saw it too. Other people witnessed all this stuff. Now, I am not a physicist or whatever. Y'all, we're dealing with magic and fiction here. Okay, so please don't come in here with the astrophysics and be like, well, technically, E-Man, the relativity of the gravity and the time gravitational force of it, I don't know none of that. I just believe that it is literally moving the stars and the sky, because technically, at least in the comics, they have power over these things. Like Khonshu has power over the moon and the night. Ra is the sun god. He has power over the sun. So all these entities have different abilities that tap into whatever their traits are, right? So who is it? Um Gosh, there was some other ones that have specific abilities or whatever. But I would just say that if it were an illusion, that would cheapen the abilities of these gods, because right now I think that Marvel likes to up the ante every single time. And I think the mere fact that you have I mean, let's think about it like this. Thor, he can control thunder. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, if Thor can control thunder, why couldn't like the moon god control the moon? So I think that they actually did all that stuff literally. Everyone saw it. My only thing is, I'm sitting here wondering, like, Moon Knight, the show, supposedly, according to Disney Plus, this takes place after Hawkeye, which means it takes place somewhere around the year 2024, maybe the end of 2023. But at the same time, if that is the case, uh the world just got done seeing a big old celestial in the sky too. How is everybody not going nuts? I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm not about to go turn on the news, see a big old celestial in the sky in the middle of the ocean. Now I see the whole moon and stars just going in a rotating circle. What? Yo, 2 tickets to Mars, please. I don't want to be here no more. This is wild to me. So yes, I do think that it was actually literal. And I think that just gives more power. It gives more credit to how powerful these gods really are. So thank you so much for that, Brandy. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my man as well. He is in my favorite channels list. Y'all go do that, please. My man Marcus J, thank you so much. I think there's definitely a third personality. I'm with you on that. Highest tells the end credits costume real. We see the original Moon Knight robes, the Mr. Knight suit, and the Venom-esque wide-eyed robes. Check. I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at the end credits that deeply. I think we have more than enough evidence to just suggest that that's the case. I mean, the mere fact that Mark was like, I didn't do it, and Steven was like, I didn't do it. Come on now. Like, if y'all two didn't do it, clearly somebody else did, right? So I think we got more than enough. It ain't got to be that much. But yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. Thank you so much. He who runs face. Thank you so much, sir. I think Jake's Moon Knight costume is an all white fitted cap, all white Nike tech suit with black Air Force Ones. Actually, I don't know if he's got the New York accent. I think he got Tim's on instead. Now the violence would suggest the black Air Force Ones, but I think if he's from New York, he gonna bust out with the Timbs. He got to have the Timbs. I don't know, but hey, I love it. Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate you. Let's see the talented one. Jake had the date too. Mark is about that business. Let me tell you something. I totally agree with you. I think that Jake. See, here's the thing. I think that, like I said, I think Steven is the passive one. Mark is the level-headed one. Jake is the extreme one. Think about it like this. Steven couldn't get a date if he tried. He ain't got it in him. He ain't got the confidence. Mark would not want to go cheating on Layla. At least we're assuming so. We're assuming that he loves Layla so much that he wants to protect her. He wants to even divorce her to protect her. So I'm assuming that Mark does love her and he wouldn't just go out there hitting the streets or whatever. Now, Jake, on the other hand, Jake ain't attached to nobody. Jake is like that street level dude. Jake is that dude that's like, hey, yo, how you doing? Like he gonna hit you with that New York Joey from Friends. Hey, how you doing? You want some steak? Let's go get some steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I think Jake is a brawler. I think Jake is a straight goon. He wear the Timbs. He wear the black Air Force Ones if he got to. But yeah, he definitely pulled old girl because clearly nobody else was gonna do that. But I'm with you on that, talented one. Thank you so much. My man Derek Gaines back at it. In my opinion, if this was a Wolverine show, it will have more action. It's like E-Man doesn't like humans in monster movies. I don't like action shows with not enough action. That's fair. That's totally fair. And one of those things that and by the way, I hate all the humans in their monster movies. It's so stupid. But to your point, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it, but I would throw this out there as well. If this were a Wolverine story, I think you'd be totally right, because a good majority of Wolverine is violence. I mean, this is a dude that came from war. This is a dude that is constantly got anger management issues, to say the least. It's all violence, all action, 110%. Moon Knight, on the other hand, even though it is true, Moon Knight does have a violent component. Moon Knight has another job to do too, which is to introduce us and to expand to the MCU the world of the gods and the spiritual realm too. So Moon Knight is doing some double duty here. Not only is it going to give you the little action here and there, but it has the job, the responsibility of educating everybody, for the MCU. What are the gods like? Why are the gods interacting with people? What is going on? How do their powers work? Why do they even need avatars? So I would just say be patient with it, because Moon Knight is not just about that action. It's also about world building. And that's what these Disney Plus shows do. These Disney Plus shows are meant to build up supporting characters and give us world building, and maybe give us more information that will later build up to a future movie. Let's not forget, Thor Love and Thunder is going to be dealing with gods. It's going to be dealing with more than just Asgard. They even got the Greek gods in there. Russell Crowe is going to be Zeus. We need to figure, and Bast is going to be in there as well. We need Moon Knight to develop the spiritual realm, the world of the gods, and educate us. So by the time we get to Thor, we can just get straight into the action, because we already got that supplemental information. So I'm totally with you. I totally hear you where you're coming from. I would just say that this and hopefully the last 3 episodes kick it up a notch. But I would say that the next episode, don't expect a lot of action, because I think the next episode is going to be more adventure, and it's also going to be a little horror, and it's also going to be more psychological. And that's another thing. Moon Knight is about the psychology. Like, you can't get away from that too. So you got action, you got the mental health stuff, and then you got the God stuff. All that's got to get juggled out some way, somehow. My guess is that by episode 5 and 6, we're going to get more action. That's my guess. At least I hope so, because if they don't, then that would be very disappointing. But thank you, Derek. I appreciate you, sir. Let's see what else we got. Ty, thank you so much. Replay gang, all good, all good. Shout out to the Replay gang. Just wanted to show support. Can't wait to hear y'all take on episode 3. Thank you so much, Ty. We always appreciate your constant support for the channel. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Can you please review Sever? I haven't seen Sever. I've heard good things about it. That's on Apple, I think, right? I do need another show, because I just got done with From. So I will check it out. Because I need another show to start watching. I started picking up Young Justice again because I need to catch up. But I'm not opposed to that. Let me check. I'll check Severance out. Let me write that down. Severance. Because I heard really good things about it. So I will check that out. Thank you so much for that. He Who Runs Face. I don't think they are siblings. The girl Avatar was checking for Khonshu like Nancy Reagan checked for Mr. T in the White House visit. That's not a PG-13 comment at all. But this is definitely going to be something that we have to allow the MCU to educate us on. Again, according to Egyptian mythology, they are siblings, right? Like Khonshu and Hador are siblings, right along with the other ones. But maybe they change that up. Marvel has changed up the Egyptian mythology in the comics. They might change it up in this too. Kind of going back to if you go to the first episode where Steven was talking about the Ennead and like their lineage and stuff. If you look behind him, there's a poster with the Egyptian family tree. I actually found that picture online. Can I get it here? Let me see. Egyptian family tree. I think I did see it. Yep, I got it here. Maybe I could. Can I post it for y'all here? Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Um, boom, 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 boom. Let me load it. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. There we go. Okay. So this image, if you go back to the first episode, hold on, actually, I think I got the first episode loaded up. Can I pull it up here? Yes, I can. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna get y'all right. I'm gonna get y'all with this good stuff here. Hold on. You brought this up, so I'm gonna bring it in. All right. So here it is. Remember this image right here? Look behind Steven right back there. That image right there with the red triangle, whatever, the red pyramid, that was the Egyptian family tree. Here's the image right here. Man, it's not the best here, but I do have the. If you Google Egyptian family tree, you can find this image as well. And it actually goes through all of their lineage, their connections and stuff. Now, again, I don't know what that means for the MCU. I don't know if the lineage, you know, maybe they're weird. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're like, "Hey sis, hey bro." I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what enjoys my music means for these gods. These guys could be weird. They could be weird. I don't know. So we just have to kind of wait and see how they want to explain all of that. But they do have a connection some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate you. Yolanda, what you got? Tell Mark to free me. Khonshu might be sitting there a while. Yes, yes. I don't listen. Somebody gonna have to put some money on his books because he gonna be there for a minute. You know how they're gonna free him, I don't know. But what was interesting, and what I liked, and this is something that I was trying to mention as well. When Khonshu gets imprisoned, keep in mind that I don't have that image. But when he gets imprisoned, Mark or Steven in this case loses his powers. He loses it. So what does that mean? When these gods are imprisoned, their avatars are cut off. Their avatar, the power, that connection, whatever it is, it's gone. This is why I was talking about earlier with Amet. Amet is either buried, imprisoned, or something. Amet is somewhere else. That's why Harrow doesn't have abilities except for what's given in the cane. His cane is the only thing that really has a sliver of some of Amet's stored energy or power to let him do what he does. Mark right now doesn't have that. So now Mark and Steven, they can't transform anymore. They don't have the healing ability, that the suit gives them from Khonshu, because until Khonshu is free, they out there raw and exposed now. So this to me is a very interesting concept of how the relationship between the gods and the avatars work. I think that is just really, really fascinating to me. But yeah, Khonshu definitely gonna be sitting there for a minute. Thank you for that. Alib, thank you so much. Jake is the one that made the date with old girl. I'm with you on that. I think that is exactly what happened, because we both know Steven was never gonna pull her at all. Like, ever. Man, just Yeah, she was whew, out of his league. Shoot, she out of a lot of people's leagues. But let me move on now. All right, he who runs phase. I think Passport Lady is Mark's mom. Oh, interesting. And if they can recast Midnight Man, they can recast T'Challa. Rest in peace to both actors. But characters are fictional. That's a very, very interesting point. I did not think about that. I want to go back and rewatch it just to see if that could be a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised. That would definitely be interesting. That would explain why they have that warm connection. But yes, good point. Good point. But yeah, about Midnight Man. So, unfortunately, this is we got Gaspar Ulel. He had passed away. He was supposed to be Midnight Man. He was gonna basically be the main villain against Midnight, or at least one potential villain for I'm sorry, not for Midnight, for Moon Knight. And it's unfortunate, obviously, that he passed away way too soon, at a very early age. I think there was actually even an Easter egg here. If you notice, the clock in the background is midnight, and Khonshu is even saying tick tock, tick tock. But it's kind of messed up because during this fight, which I really enjoyed, it seems like they might have just killed his character off. Which, if that is the case, yikes. Is this how Marvel wants to treat characters that die in real life? Do you kill them in the stories too? Ugh. Ugh. I hope not, because I remember looking at the IMDb for Gaspard, and he was supposed to be, at least according to IMDb, I don't know how reliable it is or not. He was supposed to be in all 6 episodes, but they cut him down to just this one episode. And I can at least tell you in episode 4, he ain't there. I don't know if he'll still show up in episode 5 and 6, but clearly, if you look at the editing, they show his face, and then by the time he's riding the horse and all that, they never show his face again. So Marvel might have played some interesting, editing here to get rid of the character altogether. I mean, they did give like a in loving memory tribute to him, during the credits, but it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward, and I don't know. To me, it's very unsettling that you have to kill fictional characters just because the actors pass away. Like that's awkward to me. I hope that's not a trend. I hope it's not. But thank you so much for that, sir. Appreciate you. Let's see who else we got. Who else? I saw a comment. What'd you say? The NEAD meeting was lit. I'm sick of Amet and her avatar though. No, Harrow's a problem. Like he gets on my nerves, and that's a good point. I do want to mention the actual meeting, because we learned a lot here in this meeting. Where is it at here? Boom. Okay, so we got the meeting. We got all the gods showing up here. And by the way, this is not Boss. I know some people were like, "Hey, it's Boss." No, it's not Boss. That is Tefnut, I believe. Tefnut. They did a roll call for all the gods anyway that showed up. Just because the avatar happens to be black doesn't mean that that's Boss. And that cat-like figure, keep in mind that the Egyptians really liked felines. So there are panthers, there are lions, there are cats. Like, there are different types of gods and goddesses that embody those animalistic characteristics. But this meeting was very revealing. This is where we actually learn that the gods have decided not to interfere with humanity, per se. They didn't want to interfere with the affairs of man, as they say. Now Khonshu was like, bull BS. don't say that, like he was doing this little whole screeching thing or whatever. And so we have this conflict of perceptions. The gods are like, yo, you blowing up the spot. We wanted to just kind of be here, chill out, work through our avatars and stuff. And you out here with the cape and the flying and the sickles and stuff and everything. Like you can't keep it on the DL. And Khonshu was like, yo, the avatars are not enough. That is a key phrase. I think that is super, super key to what he said. Don't let that fool you. Why wouldn't the avatars be enough? What is the, and he said that you guys better basically step up or else you will lose this realm. Because right now they reside in the overvoid, which is kind of like it's another dimension, right? So it's almost like how Thor and them live in Asgard. So this overvoid is another place where the actual gods reside. And because they reside there, they cannot directly exhibit their power on Earth in this realm. Remember when Khonshu was upset and all he could do was just kind of make a little wind happen and stuff like that. I mean, first of all, you got to be super powerful to still affect another dimension. But they use these avatars as like a conduit for their abilities, as we saw when they were moving the stars and everything. But the interesting thing here is that the gods were like, nah, we have a different purpose for the avatars, which is we want them to observe. But observe what? Like, what are you trying to observe? What are you looking at? What are you looking for? And what has got Khonshu so spooked where he's like, I want to help humanity. Help us from what? Like, what were you going to save us from? And I wonder, was like, do they have beef with the Celestials? Like, what? I don't know. If y'all have some ideas, let me know, because to me, I think that they're talking about some things, but they're not revealing everything. In the first episode, they also mentioned the great rift between God and man, the separation basically. And in this episode, they talked about how the gods did not turn their backs on humanity, but humanity turns their backs on the gods. Now, I did a little nerding out. The book that Steven was reading in the first episode, I actually found it. I know, super nerdy, right? I actually found it and I started reading it, and part of what it was talking about was that over time, like when the Ennead came, people worshiped them. But the problem is people worship them differently, right? So let's say, for example, Bast. When they came to Earth, or whenever the gods were here, they would look at someone like Bast in Wakanda and be like, "Oh, Panther goddess, oh, you the one, you are it," right? But if you hopped across the Nile, or if you went across to another country, they'd be like, "Boss, man, whatever. That's just the goddess of plants, or that's the goddess of some BS or something like that." So because of that, instead of getting that universal worship that they were being, I guess, that they had before, different groups of people started to uplift different gods in different ways. And I think the worship just kind of went down. So the guys was like, okay, y'all not messing with us, we not messing with y'all no more. And that's where they were like, okay, we just gonna pick one avatar. We're not gonna be all showy, we're not gonna be all out there, and we just gonna, whatever their mission is, we don't know what their will is, but whatever it is that they want to do, they're doing that on a separate agenda, but they're using the avatars for that. But we also see that there's clearly a divide in the philosophies, because Khonshu wants to help humanity, but in a more direct approach, whereas the other guys are like, nah, we want to be a little bit more hands off. So clearly there's a difference of opinion. That is one of the reasons why they banished him as well. But I think that it is definitely going to be something interesting as we start to find out more of their motives during these episodes, because I think there's a lot of stuff that we have not been revealed yet. Let's see, Marcy, what is going on? Are you watching Halo? I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I have not caught up with the third and I think the 4th episode. So I am watching it, but I'm not caught up yet. Thank you, Marcy. Let's go, Christopher Ellis. E-Man, I love how Disney Plus bringing actors you have not seen in a while. Guest star Thomas Yellel, who played a young Hannibal Lecter. Yes. He was rest in peace, a fantastic actor, French actor. I think he still has a couple other roles that like in other French movies, that he filmed before he passed away. Real tragic. I mean, young guy. I want to say he was like in his 30s. So really, really sad. But yeah, no, I definitely love and appreciate the fact that Disney Plus or Marvel in general will take actors that are big elsewhere and bring them to the American, like Tony Leung, Tony Leung in Shang-Chi, the dad. He's huge. He's a huge international star. But American folks were probably just like, okay, another Asian actor, But Tony Leung, like, you go across it, you go to the Far East, people know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I love the exposure. I think it is great, and I hope we get more of it. Dion, thank you so much. I'd suspect since Khonshu has been turned to stone, Mark should be weaker. But when are we getting season 2 from? They left us with so many questions, bro. Man, listen, I don't know. I am equally as thirsty as you are. And let me just say, when it comes to I am trying to figure stuff out. Let me tell you something. I don't know anything that's going on in and I'm not going to spoil it because I know some people have not watched it, and they also need to go upgrade their lives and go start watching and put down the raggedy little shows that they watch right now and go watch on Epics. You can catch it on Amazon Prime. Go watch it and thank us later. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Are these aliens? Is it ghosts? Are people in hell? Is it supernatural? Is it like advanced science experiment? I don't know. I have no answers to anything. Because in my opinion, anything can happen. All of it could be true. Who knows? All I know is they better have some answers for us. They better have some. But to your earlier point, Mark is cut off. Now that Khonshu is gone, or he is in prison, so is his power and his connection to Mark. It's done. This is why Khonshu said, when they imprison me, tell Mark to come and free me. Because he knows because here's the thing. If he would still be able to talk to Mark or whatever, he could guide him and be like, hey, yo, Mark, come on through, go to the left, go to that pyramid, hop a right, jump 2 squares, and then you'll find me, right? But that's not, he can't, because right now he doesn't know, right now his power and connection to Mark and Steven are completely cut off. So they're done right now. They're done. Like Mark and Steven and Jake or whoever else is there, they're regular people right now. Let's see. She Who Remains. Violence? Nancy Reagan, what I missed? Jesus. What did y'all do? Oh my gosh. No, Jackie, did nobody ask for violence? Nobody asked for violence, and we're gonna keep Nancy away from here. We just none. Yolanda, thank you so much. Many gods in pantheons are siblings and first cousins. Yeah, because they nasty. That doesn't stop them from getting busy. Yes, this is facts. This is facts. That's been happening. Yeah, they just nasty. They just nasty. Let's see. Let's see. What was that? Home tree. Okay. I don't know if that question was for me or not. Sorry. Nelson V, thank you so much. Moon Knight is a good mix of action, suspense, and drama. Did Harrow fool the gods by telling a half-truth to get revenge on Khonshu and justice? Well, Khonshu is true justice. So here's the thing. Harold lied. Harrow, sorry, not Harold. Harrow. Harrow lied to the gods, and they believed him because the gods are lazy, clearly. But he lied because if the accusation were true, they would have punished him. Because think about it like this: the gods don't like a couple things. They already told us, right? They don't like the flashiness. They don't want to be exposed to the real world or to mankind. And they don't want people, they don't want to meddle in man's affairs and human affairs. Harrow is looking to resurrect Amet. If Harrow successfully resurrects Amet is going to place judgment on mankind. Because remember, Amet has the ability to see the past, present, and future of people. And what Amet will do is cleanse and purify the entire world of evil. Now, this is almost like what Thanos was trying to do. Almost. But dare I say, this plan is way more bold and more sinister than what Thanos was doing. Sure, on some level, you know, like if you look at Thanos, he wanted to randomly kill off half of the population to increase the resources so the other half will have, you know, a whole lot of resources and live a happier life. More food, more places to live, more places to grow. There you go. Even though the concept was dumb because clearly people multiply, life multiplies, and you'd have to do it again. But what a Met would do is kill everybody that would ever do anything evil ahead of time. That includes the babies. Baby Hitler, gone. Baby terrorist, gone. Like, oh, you thought you was about to kill your boss? Gone. You know, like it's extreme Minority Report, right? And it's one of those things where it's kind of like, if that is meddling in human affairs, the fact that you were about to go put judgment on these people and kill them is literally meddling in human affairs because you're not allowing them to do what they got to do. So even if it's something wrong, now I guess some people might believe that, well, you getting rid of the bad folks. Well, hey, we don't know what evil is according to Amet. Is it because you jaywalked? Is it because you told a little white lie? Is it like, how extreme is that line? We don't know. You know, like, do you have to be damn near perfect? I don't know. But yes, Harrow fooling the gods was more necessary in making sure that the gods don't mess him up, because the gods would immediately, keep in mind, the gods imprisoned Amet for a reason. You know, Amet was out there wilding out, and the guys were like, "Nah, we can't do this. Like, you have to, we got to put you away." You know, and Khonshu is actively seeking to, I forget, so don't quote me on this. I think he wants to prevent Amet from being resurrected as well, because they have two conflicting views of justice. Like Amet, you know, Khonshu was like, "I deliver justice after you mess up." But Ahmed is like, I do it before. I nip that stuff in the bud, you know. So I don't know. Maybe they just never got along because they have two similar jobs or whatnot. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Nelson. I appreciate you. Let's see. Alib, thank you so much. How the gods not realize Harold didn't answer the damn question about Ahmed, blinded by their dislike for Khonshu. It's gonna bite them in the butt. Yes, I think it absolutely will do that. You know, listen, you clearly the gods feel like they know better, you know, and let's not forget, Khonshu is probably not the most innocent person either. Like Khonshu is, I'm not saying he's the god who cried wolf, but what I'm saying is Khonshu is, he does have problems, you know, and the messed up thing is because Khonshu is imperfect, Harrow used that against him when he said, like, hey, don't be listening to no shamed God, a God that's just jealous, a God like Khonshu has problems too. So it's harder for the other gods to believe Khonshu, which is one of the reasons why they said, like, you got to come with some real evidence. And Khonshu didn't come, which is weird to me. I'm like, you know, they need evidence, and all you said was, he's going to resurrect Ahmed. That's it. That's your evidence. Like, you literally told Mark that if you're even gonna have a meeting with the guys, you can invoke the wrath of them. But you just came with like a blanket accusation. You couldn't, like, I don't know, take a picture of him with the scarab. You couldn't take a picture of him digging a hole looking for like, Khonshu stupid. I'm sorry. Khonshu just dumb. Now that I think about it, he's just stupid. The Don, thank you so much. I'm surprised Khonshu couldn't keep his composure and didn't present his case better amongst the guys. Right. Like, there you go. Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, what the hell? Now, I do think that the issue of his composure is part of his character. I think that he is short-tempered. I think that he is jealous. What Harrow said, I don't think is actually a lie. I don't think Harrow was actually lying when he talked about how Khonshu abused him, or how Khonshu is never satisfied, or how Khonshu throws temper tantrums. I think all of those things are true. Now, I do think that Harrow has other ulterior motives, of course, but I don't see a reason for him to lie about how Khonshu acts. So I would say that Khonshu is definitely flawed. He's definitely been flawed in the comics too. But you know, they used his personality traits against him, and clearly it didn't work in his favor. Ty, thank you so much. I'm back. Meeting ended early. Facts. Great. I've been wondering this all day. Did Jake show up in this episode? Yes, I think Jake. Earlier you might have missed this one. I think Jake showed up in the first episode when he was killing folks out of nowhere right here. Like, these people are dead. Like, there's blood. They're dead. And even when he went on that little car chase scene, where he shot the dude with the cupcakes and all that stuff, I think that was all Jake. And I do believe, because at least in the trailers, we saw there were clips like when Mark was falling. I think we're going to get things from Jake's perspective, maybe in episode 5. That would be my guess. And that could be where we see maybe more of the action scenes. Maybe. I hope so. Because I told y'all earlier that I felt a little robbed with the blackout scenes. I know the purpose of them. I know it's supposed to add mystery. I totally get that. But I did feel a little robbed that we haven't seen, Mark like go crazy. Like, even that little fight with those 3 Egyptian dudes, Mark was okay with that. But we ain't seen Jake go Born Identity on folks. That's what I'm waiting to see. But we'll see. Hopefully that'll happen. Hopefully. But thank you, Ty. I appreciate that. Nelson V, what you got? Khonshu is not as powerful as we thought. No, Khonshu has some issues. I mean, here's the thing: they can only do so much, right? But at the same time, the gods are not more powerful than the other gods combined. Like, one god can't take out 5 gods, right? Now maybe one god might be a little more powerful than the other one, or maybe they cancel each other out, but 5 against 1, it's not going to work. And I think that's part of the reason why they have that union, that group together, the Ennead, because there's power in numbers, right? Like, if they're all together, it discourages others from going against all of them. So maybe, like I said, we don't know what happened to Boss. We don't know if Boss left them willingly. We don't know if Boss has been exiled. But I wouldn't ever say that like Boss could like take them all on. The same way Khonshu couldn't take them all on either. So one way or another, I just think that Khonshu is powerful, but he has limits, and I think they all have limits. But again, we will hopefully figure more of that out later on as the show goes on. Mambo Jazz, thank you so much. I think Chadwick was the first major character to pass, and Marvel didn't know how to handle it. But sadly, others will pass. They will have to recast. Yeah. We still have William Hurt, General Ross, Thunderbolt Ross. I hope, like I said, I hope it's not a trend. I hope it's not a thing that if the actors pass away, you have to go kill them also in the series or in the movies and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be one hell of a precedent to start, and I hope that is not the case at all. Mrs. E-Man says hello, y'all. All right, let's go to Cornelius. Thank you so much. Tefnut's avatar can rain some moisture on. Oh boy, oh boy. Seriously, have to wonder if Storm Aurora will have a connection to Tefnut in the MCU. Maybe, maybe. I mean, look, this is why I'm sitting here like show me everything and anything about these gods, their avatars, their motives. I'm finding that more interesting right now, because I think that those things have bigger implications on the MCU down the line. So just learning more about these gods I think is a perfect segue for future characters to either be possessed by him or communicate with him or draw power. As we've seen, these gods are able to put their power in different objects too. Maybe that, I I won't say that one, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised if like this has a ripple effect down the road. But yeah, Storm, sure, why not? Well, I'm here for it. Chief Wakil, imagine guys being that petty. Guys are always petty, especially like in Greek mythology and stuff. They stay being petty. Like Zeus is Zeus is a man whore. Like, he has some problems. And Harrow, yeah, you don't want to cross her. Let's see. Rubes, thanks so much. Basset is the goddess of protection and love and fertility. Yes. So that, and we'll see if that could maintains to be true, or maybe they change that. We don't know how the MCU is going to define her compared to the comics or compared to the Egyptian mythology as well. So let's wait and see. Thank you so much for that. Who else? Who else? Did I see another one? Yes, I got a couple. Derek, thank you so much. E-Man, off topic, but I hope From doesn't end up like Lost. So many stories. Please do a review on it. I don't. I will. I will try to do a review, but I will say, stay tuned. I have an interview coming up that literally addresses that specific question. So stay tuned. I think you will like the answer. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Nelson V, did the Celestials know about the Egyptians? That's a fantastic question, right? Like, that's what I want to know. And that's where I'm trying to figure out if that's the case. Because, I don't know what the uh Egyptian gods, I don't know their motives. Maybe they don't want the Celestials to destroy Earth. Maybe they like Earth. And remember, the Celestials, they got a whole goal of like, making planets and destroying them. If I had to guess, if Thor knows about Celestials and stuff, then I don't see why the Egyptian gods wouldn't either. I think they all know about each other. So if I had to guess, I would say that they do know about them. My question is, are they in conflict with one another? That would be the thing that would really, I think, go to a certain level for us to figure that out. So anyway, I think we are, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, we passed the hour mark. Hold on, I got a wonderful cash app here. Hold on one second. I want to show some love to who we showing the love to. Raina, thank you so much. Oh, actually, I got a couple. Yeah, Raina. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. She's Raina says, free Khonshu, justice for Khonshu, save T'Challa. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the $5 cash app, Raina. Appreciate you so much. But yeah, all right, y'all. Like, that's, let me see. Did we miss anything else in this episode? So Layla, let's see, we got Layla in here. She's got her fake passports and stuff. We got Harrow. He's looking for a Met. Clearly Jake is at play because Mark and Steven ain't about that life. They not out here trying to kill nobody. But Jake is like, what about it? He's all about that action, boss. Let's see. We got the gods here. We know that they didn't want to meddle in the affairs of man anymore. And what else? Hold on, let me get this. So yeah, the gods don't want to interfere, but they clearly have their own agendas, some way, shape, or form. Now Hathor, I think, is definitely going to play an interesting role as well. In case y'all didn't know, well, actually, I'll say that for a video. I'll say that for a video. But the guys don't play. You definitely don't want to cross them. I think this was our first indication of seeing Jake. If you go back and listen, I think you will literally hear him have his little New York accent. So that could be the case. Rest in peace to Gaspar right there. Uh, Harrow brought something up very interesting here, where he was talking about the truth. So clearly, Mark is hiding something, or Mark knows something that Layla doesn't. And it probably has something to do with her past, or I don't know, whatever it is. But he doesn't say things. I don't think Harrow lies like that. Like, we saw him lie to the gods, but I think he's kind of like the serpent from garden from Adam and Eve. He will use the truth to deceive, right? And I think that's what's happening here. Mark even said, like, oh, he thinks he can get in our heads and tell us this and that. I mean, he might. He might. So I would just say keep an eye out on that. Definitely love this action sequence out here. I thought this was dope. As you can see, thanks to the suit, Moon Knight can take a lot of damage and be very, very okay. Like, his healing factor is on Wolverine level. I thought this was dope when Mr. Knight came out and was like, hey, let's be cool. Okay, hey, take the body back. Take the body. Thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that was cool. Of course, we got like the real magic, and I think this is like a perfect example of when a god and an avatar work together, because the gods can't do their full extent of power unless they have their avatar there. So the fact that he was able to move the sun and the stars and everything, that was actually really dope. And of course, because he was too flashy, he was doing a little too much. They had to do their little circle and call on Captain Planet, and they turned that sucker right into stone. And yeah, they locked him up. Like, he's done. He's done. So Khonshu is locked up for good until somebody, hopefully, will let him out, and maybe come back and play. I don't know. But anyway, that's the quick recap for everything. I think we covered everything. Y'all let me know if I missed anything in the comments though. Dion, in the comics, everyone is aware of each other. Yes, and I think that's the case here. I think the Eternals know about them. I think the Celestials know about it. I think everybody definitely knows. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the way, I think the gods showed up before the Eternals did, if I'm not mistaken, because I think in the comics, the gods came around like 10,000 BC, where the Eternals came around 5,000. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. But yes, I'm with you on that. Derek Tagan says, hi, tell her to go to bed. Yes, ma'am. It's past your bedtime. Go to bed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you both for that. I'm at the chat, had to tell her to go to bed too. But anyway, how are we rating this episode for Moon Knight? Did you like it more, better, or worse than the previous episodes? We're on episode 3 right now. Where are you putting it on a scale from 1 to 10? I think I'm still gonna keep this one because I like what we got from the gods and all the background information. So I think I'm gonna still go with an 8.5 with this, but that's just me because I like to nerd out whenever they give us new information of the larger MCU. But let me see where y'all sitting at with it. Let's see, we got a 9. Ooh, some 10s. 9, I like it. 8.5. Okay, 7, 7, 8, 7, 10. Okay. 7, 9, 8.5, 9. Okay, 10, 8. Ooh, 6. All right. 8, 7, 9. Bump up to from the 8.5. Okay, all right. 8, 8, 7, 9, 8.75. All right, 8.5, 8, 8.5, 5. Okay, that's the lowest we got so far. I gotta watch again, but I'm still at an 8. Cool. All right, 10, 8.5. 6, 8, 8.5, 9, 9. All right. 5. Okay, still got to work on it. All right, 7, 8, 8, 8.2. I love it. 8, 10, 10, 8. Cool. All right. I think we can average that out to an 8. I think it's not too bad there. Let's see. Matthew, what were you saying here? I think it's whack that most of the avatars are white. I doubt that Zeus's avatar would be played by a black man, just saying. I mean, we to be fair, we only know 5 of them. We only got 5 of the gods so far, or for the avatars anyway. We got a black one here. I'm assuming she's like First Nation, Native American, or whatever. Then you got, one there. Let's see. I don't know what that lady is. Maybe she's white. I don't know. Maybe that's 3. But you still got Bast, Oscar Isaac is not white. He's Guatemalan, I believe. So, he's got his Hispanic thing. But we have 4 other missing avatars. So we don't know where those other gods are, or if they even have avatars. We don't know. But I would not go to the race card yet, just because we haven't seen everybody yet. But I think Marvel tries to be progressive enough where they would be aware of that too. I think I don't think they want the Gods of Egypt movie backlash on this either. Thank you so much for that. Treble Clef, thank you so much for that super sticker. I appreciate you. Yes, and the avatars are from all over the world. So again, I'd like to see more of them. I mean, we only got 5. So hopefully, we get some more showing up soon, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Tune in Friday, as y'all know, live chat. We definitely got some things to talk about, some news updates and everything. I am going to try and get that nice little interview up for y'all as soon as I can. Definitely something y'all don't want to miss. Am I missing anything? Stay tuned. Of course, next week we'll be going over episode 4. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Episode 4 is definitely gonna do some more. I'm gonna say that it does some more. Okay, so get ready for it. It's definitely going to be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So y'all check that out. But anyway, I will see a lot of y'all on Friday. Hopefully everybody. And yeah, I got some more work I gotta get to get some theory videos, and I think I need to go feed this little kid here, this little dog, so he ain't keeping me up at night all day, but all night. But anyway, y'all know the routine. Go wash your hands, wash your butts, be safe out there, and I will see y'all Friday. All right. Shout out, hey, free Khonshu. All right. Peace out, y'all.